first in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana.
I say, here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
You got the dollars? You got the dollars? See the special man on YouTube. He's got it all.
I got an offer. I got the dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars.
I say. This is Johnny's, the place that'll let you have it with no problem.
Let him have it.
Johnny has a sale right now. I say. This is Johnny's place. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man.
Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you give us the offer.
You got the dollars. You got the offer. Well, let him have it with no problem. Let him have it.
You got it.
I am looking for some jewelry. End of line.
Do you have any credit?
No, I was recently involved in a divorce. End of line. Look, I'm not one of those maybe it's Maybelline gals, okay? I just want to go out on the town with Sheila and accessorize some.
See, special man.
I don't know about you, but this Joe girl is going to Johnny's place. Check out Cajun Roots Reseller right now. I say. Go see the special man and tell him the dough girl sent you.
Hello, and good morning on this Tuesday morning. It's the last Tuesday of the month, and it is still currently 24 degrees. Ugh. That's Indo weather, not Ado weather. First in the chat was Huawei. Hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you, little Debbie. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Teresa, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see y'all. Mark, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? That's right, let them have it with no problem. Hello, Regina. Hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Tulips is cranking out what? Your coffee? Wow. Hello, Pam. Hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you. And Wildflower, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see y'all. All right, today's calendar events are as follows. Again, if I call out the channel names and your name is not on that list, and you have a special event you have going on your channel, don't forget to go down to the community tab where the link is to the calendar, and make sure you either leave a comment or you just email me. Either way, but make sure it's your channel, not guest on other channels that you may be on, but just the lives that you do on your channel. First at 9 o'clock is Queen City Picker Tom. At 10 o'clock is Stacy May Catitudes, Cropters Retreats. 11 o'clock is Ella, saved here first with the sales from the Sunshine State. At 11 o'clock, you have Rita the Booty Chick with her first thing first. 11:30 is Jackass Retro with his Ship show. At noon, at 12 o'clock, you have Two Hip Chicks, Dawn and Mary, go live with their Chick Chat. And then at 1 o'clock, you have Red Road Live Sale. At 2 o'clock, you have Southern Vintage. At 3 o'clock, Rita comes back on with the Chicken Wing Variety Sale. That's how she's got her new name. I'm just going by what she told me. Chicken Wing Variety Sale. And then at 3:30, Buying Space does the unboxing video. And then at 4 o'clock, you have Dawn's channel with friends. At 5 o'clock, you have Nails Jamie B doing her live sale. Then at 6 o'clock is Ladies Night. Colleen OG Lyons does her a live auction at 6. Also at 6 o'clock, you have Steph sells stuff by the seashore. Say that several times fast, right? And then at 6:30, you have Janine's solo sale. And then also at 6:30 is the auctions with friends. And today it's on Josie's channel, Joe Mouse's Creations channel. And then at 6:30 is Jeff Crumpler doing his live show. At 7 o'clock, Two Hip Chicks Gonna Marry come right back on with their What Not Live vinyl sale. And then at 8 o'clock is Southern Bella with Bargains by Bella. Then at 8 o'clock, you have Caucasian Sasquatch, which I haven't seen in a while, but I know he still does his lives. And then at 8 o'clock, you have Cat the Nurse Flipper, goes live every Tuesday at 8. Also at 8 o'clock, you have Treasure Scavengers live sale. That's with Amber. And by the way, tomorrow is Amber's birthday. And Treasures Timeless Jewels by Deborah. Deborah's birthday is also tomorrow. And then you have at 9 o'clock a Scooter Renee LLC with the Twister Tuesday. That is her new name on the shows for this Tuesday coming. Today is Twister Tuesday. I don't make these up. I just go by what they tell me. Yes, Mark. Yes, Mark. Let's see here. Where was I at? Right there. Let's see here. Jennifer, hello, good morning, and welcome. There's our feature channel of the week, which I change every Friday. And you can also find that in the community tab as well. Robin, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? I used to sell. I bet you did. And Andrew, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Mark, I can just about imagine the shit you sell. You said it, not me. So how's everybody morning doing? How are y'all doing this morning in this cold weather? At least it's not raining or snowing right now. It's supposed to get sun today. Yeah, right. We'll see about that. Well, I've been up since 2:24 this morning, and I've been listing, drafting, and getting things listed on my spreadsheet that I use, Excel spreadsheet for my antique booth. I'm looking at stuff right now because it's all tagged. I just got to take a picture of it with the tag before I bring it to my antique booth. It's a lot of stuff. I finally found something I was looking for yesterday. I gave up yesterday. I got in the office this morning. I was going through my list and I realized where it was. It was on my shelf. When I moved everything around, I put that stuff on the shelf that needed to be listed. Things are for the auction, and that's the last time I had it. So I found it. Now it's going in the antique booth. Let's see. Johnny, I think it was my internet connection yesterday. Sorry. That's okay, because the other person who was in the back room with us, she got a phone call and got off on the internet too. So, yeah. I waited a few more minutes, and nobody else came back, so I got off. I closed it down. I think I may research tongue twisters and titles that might be coming up in the show to hear you say them. That'll be funny. That would make for a funny show. But I have been listing stuff I'm going through right now. I have a few things right here on my desk ready to go after the show because I've been nonstop this morning. I got a lot processed, drafted, and in my either antique booth, drafted for eBay, or drafted for Posh, or drafted for Etsy. I just got to take pictures. Now my photo booth for taking pictures is full of stuff for me to take care of. So that way now I can work on that next. So I try to get things processed and then go to the next thing. So I was able to get that done this morning, answered all emails and all that good stuff. Whew, what a morning. I love it though, because I got a lot done. I'm looking at getting more done this afternoon. Because after bingo last night, I was in bed before 7 o'clock. I sure was. The last time I saw on the clock was 7:20. That was the last time I remember. I was out like a light. I was exhausted. Got a lot done yesterday. Plus, we had bingo last night. Today, I want to talk a little bit about something that was brought to my attention that they don't know how to do. So if you don't know how to do something, or you think about a topic that you would like to have for the morning show, please do me a favor. You can either email me, or you can send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Either one of those. And I'll be glad to turn it into a topic of the morning. For those who are having shows lately on your live shows, and you're having a lot of trolls or drop bots, or whatever you want to call them, they're aggravating into your chat. They usually don't come in your chats, and all of a sudden you get all these different people coming in chat. There's a remedy for that. I don't know if y'all know, but on my bingo nights, I do 2 hours, must be subscribed to enter bingo. On the morning shows, it's 20 minutes. And on any auctions, it's 45 minutes. And the way you do that is as follows. I'll walk you through it. Let me share my screen and share. All right, what you want to do is, oh, okay. We having a light show here? What's going on with you? Stop sharing. Let's try this again. It was at a disco night all night. Disco. Oh, there we go. All right. So what you want to do is you want to go to your channel. When you go to your channel, you have join. For those who had a question, I had somebody send me a question about how do I join the membership. When you go to my channel, right here, this word join. When you click on join, if you've been a member before, they'll ask if you want to rejoin or renew. Or you can just go here and join. And then you have the different levels. You can go to each level of what I offer for each level, and then you just hit join. You can also set it up to go for renewal every month. Remember that each level you join, you get more specs and perks per level. And that's how you join the channel. Or you can even go into the chat. While you're in the chat, you're going to go right here to the dollar signs. You can also join members. Now, I can gift out members, but I got to pay for it. I ain't paying for that. But you can also just hit and say join, and you can join here. It'll be a join button. If you're not a member already, it'll have one of these little things that'll say join as a member. I don't show this because, again, it's my channel. So I don't have that on my side, but you would if you're not a member. So that's 2 ways you can join as a member, as someone requested. They want to know. Also, now that we're going to go to your channel, now we're going to get back into the topic of how do you turn on your subscriber mode to stop all these bots and things when you're live. When you go to your channel, you're going to go to manage your videos. And when you go to manage videos, it'll come automatically to this page right here. That is your content. You're going to go to the word live. If you've already set up your live shows, that's all you got to do is go here to your live. And I do have a how-to video part 1 and 2 on doing things in the background. And I believe I did talk about that subject in there, but I'll have to check and see. If not, I'll make a whole new video on that. But anywho, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your videos. If you haven't gone live yet, or if you are live, you can go to the pencil. No matter where you go, just go to the pencil. You can do it even when you're live already. Go to, and it's going to be automatically your details, customization. Click on customization. One, always make sure I have my live chat, and I have my live chat on replay. Usually when you get here, if you haven't turned it on, it'll be empty. So you got to make sure you check it off. And when you're done, you saw how this turned blue? Make sure you hit save. Whatever you do in these blocks, whatever you change, make sure you save it when you're done. So make sure you hit the live. Then right here, there's going to be, if you have anyone, this is what you usually would have. Then you can go to subscriber. It'll say you have the drop box. Usually they only allow, in this drop box, it's 1, 5, 10, or 20. If you want to go longer, like I do on the bingo and on the auctions, I will go to customization or customize it. Duration, how long do you want it for? So say you want it for 45 minutes. You're going to go down and scroll till you get to 45 minutes. When you're done, you're going to hit the word save. Or if you want to do it by the hours, you can also say 1 hour and then change this one to hours. When you're done, you hit save. If you do not hit this save button, it will not go into effect. You have to hit that save button. So let me go back here and change it back to what I had it for. And that should turn blue. Subscriber mode 20 minutes. Hit save. You got to hit save. And then when you're done, that's it. Your subscriber mode is on your channel. Again, you can customize it for whatever you want, but that's what I usually do. Morning shows 20, auctions is 45, and the bingo is 2, because I don't want the trolls coming in and problem children coming in on bingo. I want us to have fun. That's why I do the 2 hours on that show. All right, let's see here. Get back up in the chat here. Good morning, Tina. How are you doing? Good to see you. Cheryl, hello, hello. Good morning and welcome. Also, don't forget, tomorrow is Amber from, what is the channel name again? I know she changed it just recently. Treasure something. Treasure Scavenger. Yeah, that's Amber. Her birthday's tomorrow, and so is Deborah. Timeless Jewels by Deborah's birthday tomorrow. I remember disco, what it means when gals ask about your disco stick. Okay. Where's Larry? I didn't see no Larry. Are you seeing things? I don't see no Larry in the chat. Well, hello, Forrest Fines. How are you doing? Good morning, hello, and welcome. Where you see Larry? I haven't seen Larry in the morning show in a long time. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. If there's any particular comment, a topic you would like for me to talk about, just make sure you email me or send me a message. And I'll be glad to turn it into a topic for the morning show. The next topic I wanted to talk about, how about, what's up, Sasquatch? Hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? How would a Lawrence fit? How you been? I just talked about your channel when I go over the calendar. Are you still doing your 8 o'clock show at night on Tuesday nights and Thursdays, I believe it is? Years must have been burning. Not a Larry purse. Good to see you. How you been? The Brit and the Blondie. You gonna be on their channel? Cool. Another thing I want to bring up is something I've been noticing a lot lately. I've been watching a lot of different channels. A lot of people who may be new. Patrick, every time I go to talk about this next topic, you pop in the chat. You must have your ears burning because you know I love you getting involved in these topics. I'm hosting 2 cop watchers tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay. The topic I'm going to talk about, and how you doing, Patrick? Good to see you, sir. I'm noticing on a lot of channels, and again, a lot of people are still new at this. So I'm not sure if they know how to handle this type of topic. But I'm going to talk about it first, and then I'll tell you how I handle it. I don't allow this on my channel. I've been a producer more than a creator. Okay, cool. First Amendment audits are great. Audits are great. Okay, okay, Mark. Anywho, back to our topic that I'm going to talk about. I'm noticing on a lot of different channels when somebody's live, for example, and I see, and they may be, I understand there's a lot of new people in the community. What's up, Craig? Hashtag not Glenn. One of the things I'm noticing is that a lot of these online auctions on YouTube, where there's things that are being said during an auction, whether it be in the chat or whether it be on the live panel, if somebody's on the panel. One of the things I'm noticing a lot of that you may need to be careful with is, for some people, I'm noticing where they'll tell you, for example, I'm gonna use this one because this is right here. It's by hand grabbing. Say, for example, I showed this in an auction and I did my research and I know what they're going for on the Bay or on the platforms or anywhere in the websites. I do not mention that what these are going for, comping them and saying that's what they check the eBay for, they're going for. A lot of times when people are saying that, and I'm always in the I got my tabs open, I'm in there researching, because if I'm interested in buying something, I'm very quick at, I got the tab open already, I just got to start typing, and I can type fast. And I'll basically try to get some basic information and type it in the chat, in the search bar. But one of the things is never discuss. Let them do their own research when you're promoting or showing a product. And somebody says, well, that's going for $20-something on the bay. Well, you know what? When I'm researching it, yeah, that's what they're asking for. But you need to look at what sold. So if you're going to give somebody some information on and you're on somebody's panel, by the way, and you're saying, oh, that's going for such amount on eBay or on the bay. No, it's not. Because if I'm looking up the same product you're showing, and I'm looking at the sold comps, I want to know what they sold for. I can ask $30 all I want for this. That doesn't mean I'm going to get it. But I want to know exactly what is it selling for? What are people buying this item for? What is the going price? I'm going to look at what's sold. So be careful at telling people it's going for this amount of money on whatever platform. Because a lot of times you can get yourself in trouble because now they're buying it from you thinking they're going to get it without doing their research, which again, it's on their fault. But it's also your fault because you're telling them but don't do that. For me, I get out of a channel when I'm watching somebody's channel and they're talking like that. I'm out of there. Because you'll see somebody saying, oh, you can get that for cheaper. Really? Well, go get it for cheaper. But is that person who's actually showing it, you got to remember, they're working for that item. It's their living of their money that they're trying to make. So don't disrespect them. That's disrespectful to the person you're on their channel with. Because I've seen it where somebody's a guest on a channel and they're doing it. Or you hear them in the background. They may not be on the screen, but they're in the background, like in the back room. And they may not be up. And then all of a sudden you hear them saying it. Don't do that. That's disrespectful to the host, the person you're showing, the person who's showing that item, and so on and so forth. It's like a ripple effect. That is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I do not, and I will not stay in a chat when I see that or hear that. 2 tacos, what? I don't eat tacos. This is nice and clean, by the way. This is new. Never been used. Thank you, Mark. I don't drink beer. I don't drink it. Comps in chats are disrespectful. Exactly. That's my point. And I've been seeing that a lot lately. That's not good. I know I'm quick to check. I'm there typing away. I want to see what's there. Because I do not, yeah, every now and then I may have 2 tabs open. I'll copy, once I type in my information, I'll copy it and put it into what's listed. Because I want to see if maybe there's multiples listed. Or may not be able to find any like it, you know. But I do also have another tab open. I want to see what's sold. So I have everything marked on what's sold because I want to see that green dollar sign when I'm searching. For example, let me bring this up because I've been doing a lot of that this morning. Yeah. Let me use this one as an example. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. These are from my drafts that I did this morning, so that's why I want to use these. I'm trying to get everything set up first before I bring it up. All right, now let me go ahead and show. All right. Now, for example, I do this on everybody. If I'm buying something from somebody's auction and that's interesting to me and I want to see what they're selling for, and I hear them in the chat say, oh, it's going for this amount on the bay, or it's going for this much amount on this, that, and the other. Well, guess what? You might say it's going for $10, but guess what? I'm looking at this page right here. This is not, it's not in green, it's in black. So this tells me this is how much they're asking for it. But now I want to know, did it sell and how much did it sell for? So you can either one, be on the same page and just scroll down a little bit until you get to right here. It says sold items. Is there any that was sold? Yeah, look at that. It even sold for more than what they were asking for in this case. One sold for $9.99. This was back in December. This one was back in January. So I'm going to use the newest one here because that's the newest. Is there any others? Nope. Only 2 sold. So I'm going to look at what sold for my benefit. So I know if I can get this for $2 and I just want some kind of fillers in my eBay store or my antique booth, yeah, I'll pick it up for $2 because I know I can make at least 10 on profit. At least, depending on where I put it. But here, only 2 are listed. And look at the shipping. One says $6, one says $5.50. I already know I'm going to do calculated shipping, but this one says free returns. That one says free returns. So I'll do both. This one's at 100% feedback. This one's at 98.6. So I always look at that kind of stuff pretty quickly, but I always make sure to look at what's sold. So don't mislead people into, again, if you're saying this is what they're going for on eBay, but you're saying, okay, no, that's what they're listing for. That's what they're asking for. So be careful when you're saying that kind of stuff, because they can come back on you and say, well, you said, nah, I don't see that price anywhere. Well, guess what? Because they didn't do their homework and you just assume that's what they're going for. So be careful when somebody's doing that in your chat. Don't allow it. If you're doing online auctions, please. Cups are different. Yep, exactly. I may say check the comps, but typically I will not give. No. Exactly. That's exactly. And I love how Roy does that. He'll say you might want to check the comps on the bay, but he never says now. He doesn't say the price. Might want to check the comp. You might want to check those comps on the bay. You know, something like that. Make them work for their numbers, but don't assume and give them wrong numbers, because that can come back to haunt you. Hetty, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And Zeus, hello, good morning and welcome. It's crazy the difference in prices across the platforms, which Whatnot has. So they do? Oh, you wish, yeah. Well, you got to remember with Whatnot, a lot of people sell stuff a lot cheaper than on regular platforms too. Renee, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And again, it's to make you think of when you're in chats. Do you want to hear that kind of stuff? I don't. I think that's just disrespectful to the person that's hosting the show. Hello, Sandy. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. So again, that's one of the topics I wanted to talk about because it's happening a lot, especially with those new ones coming in and they hosting shows and bringing people on. They need to maybe start. Remember, when you're on somebody's channel, you're on their channel. You're in their playground, so to say. So have respect for them, because you may not go back there. You never know. But it's your duty as you being the person for that channel to set your rules for people that are on your channel. Let them know I don't approve of it. 9 times out of 10, everybody who's on my channel, on any of my auctions, they know. Please don't give up. And if they do during the show, they will hear about it after the show. Or I'll put it in the private chat. Please do not put comps in your items that you're showing. I don't think that's right. And that's my opinion. And I don't like it. So I don't want it on my channel. So you as a host of a channel, you need to set those rules for your people that are on your live. Let them know up front. You don't allow it. Or if you do, let them know that. But I don't. Good morning, Sandy. 2 hip chicks, Donna and Mary. Hello, good morning and welcome. If you are buying to resell, you need to look at sold prices, but also sell-through rates. Exactly. How many are listed? Exactly. But do your homework. Don't listen to what they're saying on the channel, on their live shows, because that's disrespectful. And that's why I brought it up, because it's happening a lot lately. Tooch, man. Hello, good morning and welcome, sir. How are you doing? Marketplace Boutiques. Hello, good morning and welcome. I think it's in poor taste if you're a guest in someone's chat and you're out bidding the chat. Yes, I don't allow bidding in my live shows. That's just me. That's my respect to those who are in the chat, not for us to bid in the chat. But because if something doesn't sell, we do snipe it in the back room. And when that happens, it's sold because it was already passed in the chat. So yeah, that is poor taste. I see that a lot too. I agree with you, Johnny. If folks want to look it up, fine, but keep it quiet. Yes, yes. And I've seen somewhere where somebody even said, "Oh, you can get it at this place for cheapo," but they may not have that place around where they live. You ever thought of that? If there are 12 listings out there and only selling once a month, there is a year supply available, and you can sell it in a year or more. Yeah, if you want to sit on it, because that's another thing you got to look at. How long are you going to sit on that item? Because I'm always looking at, I want to look at what's sold. I want to look at what's listed, but I want to see how many are listed, but how many sold within a recent, like that one sold what, in a month? What did it sell in? One was December 7th, one was December 10th, one was January 7th. So a couple of weeks apart from each other, but still, let them do their work. Let them search it. What's up, Mike? Mike. Good morning. Hello and welcome, sir. How are you doing? Are you talking about about other? Are you talking about about other sellers or buyers? I didn't like to hear from the sellers either. They are often inflating the price. Okay, I'm talking about in general, whether you're buying or selling or a guest on a show or you in somebody's chat. In general, I'm not saying directly only buyers or directly only sellers. We're talking about being on somebody else's channel as a guest on an auction for YouTube in general. And again, I've heard a lot of times where I'm in somebody's chat and they say, "Oh, it's gone for this much on the bay." Really? I looked it up and I don't see none of that near that price exactly for what you have. I'll even ask keywords like, what's the year on it? Is there a brand? Is there a name? Is it signed? And when I don't get those answers, it's not for what they said it was going for. It's way less. So be careful with that. Craig, you're right about that. Yeah, we know your business plan, Mark. SSS, breaking news, breaking things hurt my heart. I know I don't like watching all that happen, but it does. I hear that crap all night in auctions. And I hear that a lot when I'm waking up in the morning and there's channels on live during the night and I'm up just getting my day started. It's like, huh? Really? No wonder you get a lot of sales at night. High-end selling for the yes. And it's not even near the price they're saying. To me, that's falsely assuming those prices. Elite Collections, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good morning, hello, and welcome to Mara Buying Space. Hello, good morning and welcome. I am guilty of this. I have stopped saying this. Meat on the look at I don't want to eat the chicken. I hear that a lot too, Patrick. But again, I see that a lot where it's the price. To me, it's like telling somebody how much they're going for, and it's nowhere near it. Or they're giving false information. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Let's see. Good morning. Scooter Renee, hello, good morning and welcome. And also, Mike says, or it's selling for X on eBay, and they started at $2 under eBay. Like worse. Resell. Yeah. Kawanda, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. So yeah, again, try to get out of that if you are, or if anybody you know of, especially if you're doing lives on your show. If that's what you want, do it. Like I always say, I dropped it. You do you, boo. But again, for me I don't like it. I don't do it. I don't want it on my channel. I just don't bid. I get out of there, especially when I see it and I'm searching the item myself because I may be interested in it. If it's going for the right price and I know I can make a flip of a good price on it. Yeah, I'm going to do my research on it before it passes. Sometimes I don't get that quickly on it, but if it passes, I'm going to still go back and say, I want that item. But when I hear somebody saying it's gone for this much, I'm going to look for it. Can I find exactly that item? 9 times out of 10, it's not. So be careful, especially if you're new to the reselling community on these auctions. Be careful. Don't be pulled into the high dollar what they're selling for, and then they're starting it low at like $2 or $1. You know, be careful with that, because only those that are new to this can also, you can type some money if you don't have it. I've seen auctions where people on the panel were bidding on items and it was a very large channel. Yes, I have seen that before too. I have, and I don't allow it. To me, and this is just my opinion, I'm not saying any particular channel, I'm not pinpointing nobody. My opinion and my opinion only is, to me, that's called showboating, where somebody on a panel may be bidding to raise that bid up. They shouldn't be bidding to begin with because they're on that panel. Now, I have in the past, if I'm doing like a show that is for members, and they are not on the live panel behind the screen, but they may be waiting in the room, and I didn't bring them back up, as most people y'all know call it the basement. They can bid all they want because they're not physically on the screen. Because one of the things you got to remember, and this is why I don't allow it. If you're live on the stream like I am right now, and you're with me, there is usually a 6-second or more lag than the chat. So for example, if somebody else was on this panel and they were bidding, that is unfair because they get to hear it first and they come in on their bid first. That's why I don't allow bidding on my panel, because we hear everything first. You're going to hear everything first before the chat does. That's why I don't think it's fair and should not be done. That is why I don't allow it on my channel. Oh, see, Fort's so true. They see the first overpriced item, but they think it's expensive item. They didn't see that the solds are terribly sales rates. Yes, exactly. I'm sure I haven't overpriced stuff in auctions. I'm always. Now, that's another thing. If you're going to start something at an auction, start it at the price you want for it. For example, say I bought this for $1 and I want to start it at $3. I'm still making my money back that I bought it for and still making a profit. If it sells for more than that, that's fine. But make sure whatever you start that price at, it's what you want for it, because you got to remember, you got your packing supplies, your shipping supplies, your time in packing all of this and invoicing and shipping. So make sure that is in that price that you're starting at, because you got to remember, for myself, when I go into my packing and shipping my items, and if I'm doing an invoice, it's already packed, ready to go. So I already know what I'm going to be sending it in. So all my information is correct. So I don't have to worry about the pricing, because whatever I pay is what they're going to pay, because I already have it packed, ready to go. That's just the way I do things. But yes, I have seen some people, and this will go back into the auction thing, where, some people say, well, I got to make my money, so I'm going to buffer up the shipping. Don't do it. You're going to lose sales that way. No comps at auctions work both ways. Exactly. And they can do whatever they want. That is correct. But hopefully I'm just making a point that it's not right. But you do what you want. Everyone I missed, I am updating my listing while listening. Thank you. It was actually on District. On District? I'm not on that one. It's not fair because they don't have a lag. That's my point. That's why I don't allow it on my auction. Is there 3, 4, or 5 people bidding? The people on the panel doesn't need to be bidding. One person on the panel. Yeah. And that's why I don't allow it, because the StreamYard is faster than the chat. And usually I count it. That's why when I'm live on an auction, I have 3 chats. I have the StreamYard, YouTube, and my phone. 9 times the phone and the YouTube chat is about the same. So I'm always counting when somebody's either waving, like just got finished showing something, or I count when they take it away. I find a point to count, and then usually it's about 6 seconds or longer. So that's a big difference from somebody being in the chat compared to being on your screen with you. So yeah, that's why I don't allow it. You would have more of an advantage on buy it now items. I agree that the way to do that. I agree with that way. You do that, Johnny. It's more like a fair to the audience for sure. Yes, exactly. Well, because again, I'm respectful. I want to be respectful to those who are in the chat coming to see the show and possibly buying something. So out of respect to them, that's why I don't want us to bid on our auctions. But again, we still buy stuff in the back room because it was passed in the chat. Thank you, Pam. And again, I'm not telling anybody how to do or what to do, but I'm concerned more about those that are new to the community, seeing all this stuff and not knowing what to do. So be careful with that when you're trying to teach others, the new people. My pet peeve is on eBay it's selling for that much. That's why I brought this up, because I'm seeing it a lot lately. Yeah, and that's why I showed how to look at both. What's listed, what's sold, and what are the comps. You got to look at all that, but is that up to that person who's thinking about buying it? Don't make it look like it's selling for more than what it isn't. Because a lot of people, when they say that, I see it on the bay, and it's what they're asking for. It's not what they're selling it for. Good morning, Mark and Mike. Good morning, hello, and welcome. I have seen that and knew the host did not want it to happen, but the panel did it anyway. I think you should bid in the back. I think you should just bid in the back. That would show the host respect if the chat didn't bid as well. Yeah, and again, that we usually say, if it doesn't sell, I want it. And that's what we usually do. Scooter, exactly. Johnny's adjusting that, I think, just before you. Yeah. I don't get why resellers are selling to resellers on auctions. Why don't they even just list their stuff? This is what I've done. Like today, all this weekend and yesterday and today, I've been listing things. And again, I have a shelf that if things don't sell in an auction, it goes on a list of a shelf that I got to list. So for me, if it doesn't show, if I have like say 2 or 3 auctions in a week, and I go through all my stuff, and on the third auction, some of it, whatever doesn't sell is getting listed. That's just me. But I've seen some people where they keep showing it over and over and over, and that's not good, because then now people are seeing the same thing over and over. So why not list it? Yeah, exactly. I do that after so many times it hasn't showed. Now, I usually do not show myself more than twice. 3 at the max, depending on what it is. Making a few bucks on eBay is different than overcharging a friend extra shipping. Exactly. I don't do it. My other, and I'm breaking from her from saying that on the show. So that they belong on the flea market. Yeah, because some people do flea markets. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. As a buyer, if the auction is unfair, I just leave. I'm the same way. Also, buyers need to know what they are buying and bid to what they want to pay regarding on what you say. Exactly. That's why you got to watch what you're saying. I'll tell her, don't do it, because you don't know if they can do that as well. Hopefully that makes sense. Yes. Jennifer, I do struggle. And again, everybody's different. So I'm not saying don't do it. Do what you want. But it can drive your people away from your channel too. Just be careful with that. I'm driving me nuts. I love it. 10K on the bay. Yeah, I wish. Well, good morning, Ann. How are you doing? Good morning, hello, and welcome. That's what I do, Johnny. It works. And exactly. And then after it doesn't sell on the auctions, I'm listing. I'm doing that every week. I appreciate you, Johnny, and everyone in the chat for this good information and advice. I'm glad I caught this live. And again, anybody who ever wants any specific topics, one of the things I want you to know, if you send me something, again, I will not say your name. I will not say your channel name. I will do my own research. So, for example, if somebody sends me a message saying, would you do this topic? I saw this in so-and-so's chat. Well, I'm going to go look at it first. I want to see. I want to get the content of where this came from. Then I'll bring that topic if it needs to be. But I'm seeing this so much lately. It's not good. Well, for me, it depends on what it is. I will either put it, like for right now, I have a lot of stuff that I showed through the auctions in this last month that is on my table going into my antique booth, because I brought it at a cheap price. because I already made my profit by a certain price that I offered at an auction. But as I'm listing this stuff online or on my antique booth, it's going for 3-4 times more than what I asked for it. But guess what? That's okay, because now I can put it in another venue, like my antique booth, or I'll put it on Etsy, depending on what it is. Do I want to ship it, or do I want to just let it sit there and let somebody take and carry it in my antique booth? So I'd rather do that. So again, it's up to how your business plan is. Mary and I bring things to auction that either would be in profitable, other fees that would know we would be appreciating for our audience. Exactly. And that's why I do it too. But I don't bring everything, trust me, because that's some stuff I just do directly on platforms. My frustration is I am often not getting enough info on the bid. Give random name first and measurements. Often by the time the questions, the item has sold. That's why it's important. And this is just my thing. And again, I'm thinking about this. I need to know if y'all would be interested in this. For those that are new, or you're a member of the channel, I would do one-on-ones with you to help you go through that. Because I don't know if y'all notice when I do something in an auction, I will always, and this is, I just threw some away. Here we go. I just listed all this morning. They're right here for a reason. But anyway, I use these scratch pieces of paper, and then I give everything a number. For example, I have an item number, a small description. For example, this one I had how the inches, how long the item is, how high and how wide. Or I'll have like a necklace. How long is an extension? How much is the drop? This one had a 5-inch base to the top of the item. It was a hurricane lamp, a set of 2. I wrote it out, and I write everything on a piece of paper. So before I actually talk the item, and usually I try to say it before I click on it, because I do that in Posh too. I'll talk about it, then I enter it. I try to do that so that way it gives everybody a chance to see what I have, information about it, before I actually show it. That way, if they have questions, that kind of gives them the heads up for when I'm bringing something. So that's why I do all my measurements and all first. And the reason these are here is because I just listed these this morning. Or they're going into the intake booth. But yeah, make sure you do all that first. Let them know before you actually enter or say what it is, how much. You're selling an item and just give it away. Or you break it apart and you smash it in an envelope, in a video. We know that, Mark. I really dislike it when there is a pass and the seller says in a recent tone, okay, it will be listed on. Yeah, exactly. I hear that a lot too. Glenn, hello, good morning and welcome. Because for me, what I'm doing, 9 times out of 10, whatever I'm bringing to the auction, it's either ready to go on a spreadsheet or a draft on a platform. That's all I can do is take pictures and it's done. I do that automatically. But I give everybody a week to reach out to me because I don't want to go through the process of getting it listed and then they want it. So I give everybody a week to pull it before I can sell it, before I list it. That's one of the things I always do. Some people sell stuff fast. I'm watching a new girl and she didn't mess around. I got no idea. I know who you're talking about. Peddling Profits, hello, good morning and welcome. I got upset when I put a question in the chat with a long detail. The mod was already calling it, ignoring my question, and asked if they could see the question. And that's one thing about my auctions. If we are calling down an item and there's a question that comes up, that is stopped. We automatically stop it to get that answer to that question. That's the only respectable thing to do for somebody in the chat. They may be having issues, maybe have stepped away, they didn't hear all of it, or they have a question about a particular item. That's the best way to do it. Just stop and ask questions. Another good idea. And that shouldn't be, yeah, if you have a question, and it should, to my opinion, it should halt. Answer the question, and then go back to the calling it. I was told no questions after bidding started. I don't know whose channel that is, but I wouldn't be there. I've never heard of that one. But again, there's a lot of people I don't watch anymore. I can't stand it when a seller is prepared, all prepared. Wait, I cannot stand it when a seller is not prepared. They know what they're selling and if it works. Or yep. I see that a lot too. I've never heard anyone say you can't ask a question. I know they should be. You should be able to. That should be something that automatically, when somebody has a question about something, that auction should stop from bidding or calling. That's no question. Is I'm out. Exactly. We have brought some Amazon boxes and problems. Wait, we have bought some Amazon boxes. The problems with that is that as you get many multiples of them, isn't regular to sell them. Regular frustrations come in. Just isn't the regulars to sell that when, yeah, and a lot of times you have to list that depending on what it is. I totally get that one when I think I showed an item, tell my spiller maybe wait 10 more seconds. I'm talking about longer moving, should not be slow. Yeah. Either like it or they don't. And a lot of times you'll know if you start showing something and somebody's interested in it, they're gonna start bidding. But a lot of times you may have somebody who maybe walked away, went to the restroom, got something to drink, and they catch it from the ear and say, oh, let me go see what it is, and maybe I ask a question. So that's only fair to stop and answer it. That is my opinion. That's what I do. But you do you, boo. Jessica, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Yes, for the love of God, know what you're selling. Yes, I see that a lot. You have people with questions and they don't have the answers for it. Now, I understand if there's an off-the-wall question that you definitely would not know, I would say, okay, I'm going to pull this and I'm going to find out more information for you. But don't bring it if you don't know anything about it. You're only hurting yourself. Let's see. It is only cute to not know what you have, or if you are. Yes, exactly. Or you call it a whatchamacallit, a whatchamathing, a ding dang, or whatever. Yeah. But that's part of her character because she gets these pallets and she don't know what's in them. The seller went on to state that it was rude to ask questions. Oh, I would have never, girl, I would have left. Bye-bye. Nope. If I have a question about something, they're going to tell me that, I ain't going to stay. No. You lost my respect. I saw that right. It happened, and it was really crappy. Yeah, that, where they're ignored or didn't see you were only a human. Yeah. I don't understand sometimes. I'm sitting on my fingers. If I'm paying. Yeah, you want to know what you have. For example, I'm getting ready to list this. This is why it's sitting here. This is a mother of pearl. I want to say they sold it to me as a guitar, but now that I see it, it's a violin. There's no way this is a guitar. Not the way it is shaped. I don't even see if there's any markings on this. What the world? Oh, that's the wiring. So it is wired, but it's a little violin. It's got the mother of pearl, and then it has the little string right here that it comes through because that's actual wiring right here on the front of it. But they sold it to me as a guitar. Now that I have it, it's not a guitar, but it's okay. It's actually a violin. So yeah, some people don't know what they have. I love picking up those when they don't know what they have, and I know when I get it, and I sell it for a lot more than what they sold it to me for. When I get a lot of bargains like that, I offer it to good prices on YouTube first. I listed some of them making a bit. And again, that's what we do. It's like, for example, I sold something to someone and they said, well, oh, I've sold it for this amount. Well, that's wonderful because I made my profit and now you're making your profit. Vice versa. I do that on private though. I'll let them know, oh, by the way, that item I got from you, I just sold it for X amount. We both win because they made profit, I made profit, and somebody else is going to probably make more. I don't know, but yeah. And that's a good thing to do. That is so true, Johnny. It just deleted 50 channels from my list. Wow. Deborah, happy early birthday. Tomorrow is her birthday. Deborah's birthday is tomorrow. Happy early birthday. Renee says, yes, sellers have to pay attention to chats. Yes, because you can check that. You can see a lot happening in the chat. You have to be paying attention to all of that. You know, you may have certain things going on the panel, but check and watch your chat. I feel that many channels that the mod is in controls and not the sellers. That's backwards. Yes, it is. One of my pet peeves. The sellers have no idea what the item is like, but bring the item. Yes, you see that a lot. Dawn, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? And one of the things I always say, make sure you research the item you're bringing up to show before you bring it, so you'll know about that item. For example, I brought some items before, but you know what? I didn't know anything about it until I looked it up. I liked it. I bought it. Then I turned around and looked it up, and it was worth more than what I said it was because I didn't know. But you got to remember, there's so many things like Facebook that you can post a picture and ask, can anyone help me in what this is? Because I found out that the item I was trying to sell was actually not from the 1960s. It was from the 1930s. So guess what? It's going in my antique booth. Because it's gone for 4 times the amount that I asked for it at the beginning because I really didn't know all about it. But again, I'm glad nobody bought it because now it's going in my antique booth for more. And so, yeah, you have to watch those mods too, because sometimes the mods think that they're taking over and it should be the host. I was told a few years ago we didn't hang out over there. And you know what? I'm not in nobody's crowd. I'm not going to be in nobody's clique. I didn't do it in school. I didn't do it in high school. And I don't plan on doing it in my adult life. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. On my way, you do you, boo. My way, you do, boo. I love it. You're welcome, Deborah. And if I see Amber, tomorrow's Amber's birthday too. Tomorrow. Not all readers like that. Thank God. Let's see. Scooter Renee, I felt like a kid. And you know, that's another thing. I'd rather people ask questions and lose out by them not knowing what you have. That's why it's important. You as the seller should know what you have so you can answer those questions quickly. Nope. I know. All right. So I'm already down at the bottom. I've been keeping up with the chat. How about that? Just some good questions, right? Oh, I already have it at the top of the chat. So if you would like to come on and promote your channel, I've been running my mouth and the pinned message has been up there. If anybody wants to come on up and join me on the panel, you're more than welcome to. Taco Tuesday. And you know, I've noticed, again, I've had mods here and there, but I'd rather, and this is my opinion, again, I have been doing this for a little while longer than I think I should have, but I love it. I mod my own channel, my own auctions, because I have been doing it for a while where I know what to look for and I can scan the chat quicker than what I used to. Remember, it's going to come with time. It's not something you can do all overnight, but get into the habit of keeping up with your chat. That way you can see what's going on. If there's any negativity, you want to get it out of there quick. Let's see, right, Renee, I was like to do this live, but I was let go as a seller. Yeah, exactly. Some hard decisions. A mod once told me that I was too distracting. And you know, I love it when and that's another thing about me. I love if you're in the chat and you're communicating with everybody and you're talking about the item that's being shown and you know, you oh my God, I got my package. I love it. That kind of stuff is what I look for in chats anyway. So if somebody's talking in the chat like, oh my God, thank you so much, say Debbie Max. I got my item. I love everything you brought. It was in there. Thank you for the little extras. People look, I personally look for that when I'm in somebody's chat for the first time. If I haven't bought from them before and I'm just learning who they are, you darn right I'm gonna look and read that chat. I want to see people have been having good things happen, or they had problems, or they waiting on something. How do you feel about the comment, if you know, you know? What do you feel about the comment? If you know, you know. You know what? Things that make you go, I don't use that phrase because not everybody knows everything. Because a lot of times some people will ask questions. I ask questions too, especially with something that I'm interested in and I see it. I want to know. And you should know your product when I ask. Be a free agent as much as possible. Exactly. Thank y'all very much. Please hit the thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. You're fun. And I love it when people, even Robin, I want y'all to cut up in the chats. I want y'all to have fun. But also, make sure you're being respectful, Like Mark, he keeps it tactful, tasteful, tactful. We all know Mark, we know how Mark is. We love him. We like how he does his comedy. But sometimes you don't notice I don't highlight everybody's comedy, especially some of Mark's. You do what you got to do. He does. So yeah, we do. Yes, I do. We do. We do. Yep, I love it. I've done that, but typically, yeah, you've sold some interesting things yourself. I think I missed something. Yeah, we've been talking about different auctions and what to say, what not to say, how not to be rude, and how not to be disrespectful in chats, because it's happening a lot. Something you miss. Sometimes you miss so many really good comments. I know, but there's some I read and I don't want to show because I know you too well already. So yes, I have been skipping your comments for that reason. Come on, Mark, you know me by now. Some of those comments you might think it's good for you, but not for this chat. That's why I read your comments before I highlight them. You ought to know that by now, Mark. Like right here, I did skip this one, but it was a good point. Google Lens that's what I do too. For example, I've used Google Lens more this last weekend than I've ever did in the whole month because I've been going through so much product, getting things listed, drafting them, put them in drafts, taking pictures, all that good stuff. Use Google Lens if all as possible. And what's interesting is I've learned a lot from using the Google Lens on stuff that it's like, I'm not sure 100%. Like, it's on my desk over there. I've been looking for this Godzilla, first day of Godzilla in Japan, hand towel. I can't find it nowhere. I Google searched it, everything, I can't find it. Mia, hello, good morning and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you. Can you be a reseller without having a business? You might want to talk to your tax person, CPA. Everybody's different. Because if you do your taxes for 3 years in a row and you're not making any profit after that third year, they consider that a hobby, not a business. So that is something you might want to check out with a CPA. I want to claim everything. I want to get as much benefits as I can, as many deductibles as I can. And to me, why not do it as a business? I heard negative things about you must be a business to sell YouTube. Heard negative things about you must be a business to sell on YouTube. I've been in business for myself since 2003. I used to work for everybody else, make a paycheck. And in 2003, I wanted my own. And I've been an LLC ever since. I love working for myself. Why not be a business? I'm sitting in my hotel room and the floor in the bathroom is flooded. Lord Jesus. Girl, where you at? Motel 6 where they left the light on for you? Ooh. I volunteer to mod. I do it. I don't always get paid by everyone, so the best I can do is as a mod. That's it. Little Debbie says, I really wish the channel host would pay you, Jennifer. Sorry, I don't think you should do it for free. What's up, Becky? And again, that's up to the channel. It's up to everybody else, especially like lately, the sales have been low and slow. So maybe some channels can't afford it. But yeah, some people do pay their mods. So wait. That was Ann that said that, right? Who was in the hotel? I missed who said that. This chat is flying on me, and I'm trying to find that comment again. Oh, Dawn. What are you doing at a hotel sitting on a bathroom floor? Oh, my God. It was Dawn that said that. No ambassador suites? Okay. Thank you so much for being my last night. Oh, that's right. You were live last night. I was in bed. They do buy me milkshakes sometimes, but sometimes not. Love the via PayPal. Becky, everybody saying hello. Becky, I did reply to your email already. I didn't know you were on vacay. Business means different things to different people. Do you have a DBA? Doing business as? Name? Do you have a tax ID number, etc.? Yeah, that's the thing about a business. I prefer to treat it as a business. That's just me. You may not see it that way. I know some people have been asking me behind the scenes in reference to I have Social Security, but I don't want to get it taken away. Well, maybe going into a business may be a best thing because you're keeping all the business money flowing into the business. Talk to a CPA. Mia pays me definitely. It was. Yeah, no, wait, what, are you traveling? Oh, that's right. You were going to see your son? Or you were going somewhere into Baton Rouge? Ew, that's not good for Baton Rouge. Yeah, I checked and replied to you early this morning. Then I saw it in 2 different emails. She wanted to make sure she got in touch with me. But yeah, I hope you had a great vacation, Becky. The key is just to toss any profit back into the hobby. Either way, yeah. You want to make sure you keep, especially when you're first starting out. Yeah, you might make $10, but if you keep making $10 on each item and you keep spending the money somewhere else, then you're going to lose out on not being able to buy something with that $10 and make it into $20 or $40 or $60. Then take that money and put it back into the business and keep it rolling. That's how it started. We went through H&R Block on our how to retain hobby status. I am with hobby. He had worked. And with my hubby, I am with hubby. He had worked. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. You were going up there and then you're meeting up with somebody too. That's right. Honestly, I have to ask about paying mods. Some say, must say, like, I have to ask about paying mods. Some say, most say you don't. I'm sorry. I will definitely from now on. I know what a huge help it is. It's up between, and it's a mutual agreement, just like any business. It's a mutual agreement between the person you're wanting to mod for you and those who are on your panel. As for example, and I'm only giving this as an example, not putting anybody out there in their business. But if you have a mod and they start modding you saying, I'll do it for free because I want to learn how to do it. 2 or 3 weeks later passes by and all of a sudden they got wind that somebody is being paid to be a mod. Then they come to you and say, well, where's my money? Well, guess what, boo? We discussed at the beginning and you said I would do it for free because I'm learning. Then you come back 3 shows later and say, where's my money? Well, guess what? No, that's not how it works. We did not agree. We didn't talk about it. Guess what, boo? Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord don't split you because I don't need you. I can do this myself. No, you don't do that to somebody. It has to be a mutual agreement at the beginning, whether it's a handshake, message, email, a phone call, whatever. But no, it's up between. It's got to be a mutual agreement between you and the person who is modding. It has to be that. That's just like any contract. My daughter was afraid to fly. What? Well, what did we miss here, girl? Go back and rewatch. It is a hobby until you're making more than you putting into it. Or 10% over should be online IRS government. Yes, it is on the government's website. It all depends. I remember this. I would love to get hired as a camera person, but getting people exactly when you need them, it's hard to set up. I do all my own. It's just, again, when I do my shows, if y'all haven't noticed, when I'm doing an auction, 9 times out of 10, which is most of the time, 99.9% of the time, I'm not selling anything. I am hosting it for others to sell their product. So if I would want to say, go with them and say, okay, would you want a mod? Would you agree to pay? Because they would have to finally be agreeing on it because there's all of them on the panel. But if I'm doing a show and I'm not selling anything, well, it don't pay for me to pay for a mod when I could do it myself. But again, everybody's different. You do what's best for you at the time, especially when you're first starting out. Now, if you're having a lot of sales, you have a lot of people in your chat and you can afford it, please make sure you do pay your mod. But it's not something that's etched in stone. You got to, you know. And I've heard many people in the past 4 years. Some people get paid a lot, and then all of a sudden they wonder why they're not getting them be a mod no more because they couldn't afford it. Their pay, their cost. I guess I am a hobby right now since I've been slacking, and it's all up to you. It's whatever is best for you. Not every business plan is fit to do for everybody. We all have our own business plans, our own business policies, our goals, you know. So it all depends on what you want to do, what you want to do. And she is. It's hard to do the storage auction camera work alone. So I adopted some cute. Oh, yeah. I see that in your video a lot. But she ain't holding no camera. Look like you're still doing all the work, Mark. And again, if anybody would like to come on, you're more than welcome to. The link is at the top of the chat. Come on in. Promote your channel. So that is our topic for the day. There's a lot to absorb. People offer me money to mod. I don't ask people. Yeah. And again, it's got to be a mutual thing. You know, if you want somebody to mod for you, you have to up front say, look, I would offer you this amount of money, XYZ, to do X amount of shows per week. Can you do it? So that means that the person who would be modding needs to be available for those shows. And then again, you would have to be willing to pay them for those shows depending on how many hours you do. Unlike, like, for example, Ella on Fridays. I don't know how many hours she goes. She goes all day. Would it be worth her to do a mod and pay? I don't know. I don't stay there all day because I could never watch a video auction that alone. It is supposed to be a business and treat it as a business, though. Yes. But everybody's different. You would have to do whatever's best for you. He's been doing some amazing, interesting videos. He's been also doing that AI, what is it called? Chat GPT. He's got his own little announcer, I guess you call her. Yes, I heard you talk about that. So anywho, and if anybody has any other questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. Again, remember, we're not saying that this is right or wrong. We're just saying that these are our opinions, and our opinions, we all need to remember that everyone has their own opinions, and we need to respect those, whether we agree or to agree to disagree. It does not matter. Everybody thinks different ways. But do what's best, do what's honest, and do what's best for your channel and to keep the peace. Make sure you put out in the front of your shows when you're taking on guests. Let them know what is your guidelines for your channel as a guest on that channel. You want to make sure you agree to everything. Sometimes you may have to tweak things in the back room, but you got to do what's best for you and your channel and your people that are watching you on your shows. You got to respect them just as much. Make sure you know your items. Make sure you know what you have. Make sure you're ready for answering questions. All that good stuff. So if you enjoyed today's comics and topics, please make sure to share this out. Get others to maybe make sure you make your comments, because this is the last week. How many days we got left this week for the year? This month? Oh, tomorrow. So today and tomorrow is the last 2 days that you can make comments on any videos of the month. Make sure it is a comment in the community of each video in the comment section of the videos. Make sure you make a comment about something that was talked about in the video, in the live show. And that's how you're going to get your name on the Moon Pie giveaway that we'll be doing on February the 1st. So make sure I've been keeping up the list every day. When somebody makes a comment and it has to do with something with the show, I add you to the list. We'll be doing that on Thursday, the 1st. And that is a true statement right there. Communication is a must between all parties. Whether you're a buyer, a seller, waiting for an invoice, or you don't pay an invoice and you don't communicate with the person who sold it to you, that's all wrong. That is my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. I went to Black Friday deals in Baton Rouge yesterday. Huh? Black Friday deals in Baton Rouge yesterday? I met up with Cajun Princess. Oh, that's right. You were supposed to meet up with Cajun Princess. That's right. Awesome sauce. I cannot keep up with the chat, and I don't want to miss something. The Grateful Jennifer is available Monday nights. That's right. And you can go back and rewatch it. That way you can pause it when you have to pause it. Make your comments when you want to make your comments in the tab for the comment section for the video. Help yourself. Was the one chip challenge? Oh, you're talking to Jody. What's up, Todd? Hello, good morning, and welcome, sir. Good to see you. Welcome. So it's going to be that part of the time where we're going to go ahead and get ready in the show. And if you would like to come on, you're at 9:02 this morning, Mia. What? Mia, did you get over 9? Did you? Huh? Oh my God, it's about time. Everybody got over 9. Did you get over 9? Yes. Mia, you at 9:02. Congratulations. Finally got you over 9. You're over 900. We need to keep it that way though. We know how that happens. That's awesome, Mia. So again, I'm getting ready to end the show. Again, don't forget to make sure you check out the calendar for who's going live, when, where, what time. If you need to talk with me after the show, you need to one-on-ones, please make sure to go to the link at the top of the chat. It's pinned to the top. You're more than welcome to come on up after the show is over. Also, don't forget, Monday through Friday, we do this every morning at 8 o'clock. She got over 900 last night. Awesome, Mia. Congratulations. I wish that sellers with medical challenges can get shipping done in a reasonable time. Stop selling for a bit and ship. Yes. Or stop buying from them until they do ship. I see that a lot. I don't buy from them anymore. I consider email, text, and message private. Hearing private communications is alive. Just wrong. Yes. Always make sure you communicate from the backside. Email, text, messaging, whatever. Any platforms like Instagram, Facebook, message, communication is a must. So with that being said, like I said before in each and every show, I think we don't want to beat this topic in the ground more than what we already did. So thank y'all very much. And again, if you ever need your topics that you would like to have us discuss on the morning show, make sure you reach out to me. Email 7 Stacks. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Email, message by Instagram or Facebook or email, and I'll be glad to take those topics and put them into a morning show topic. So with that being said, again, I will not be saying who they sent them to me, but we will make it a show. Thanks to you, John. You're welcome. And that's what I like to do, cover topics that we need to know and talk about, but be respectful about it too. So as I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, Later. Peace out. And y'all come back now, you hear?